Thepostgame.com presents Intense Training, brought to you by Gillette Clear Gel. Urban training is the hottest trend in fitness. From CrossFit to outdoor adventure racing, these rigorous exercise programs test your strength, stamina, and mental grit. In this episode of Intense Training, I'm going to show you a new way to achieve peak performance. Hey everyone, I'm Scott Herman from ScottHermanFitness.com, and we're here today in my gym in Plastow, New Hampshire, where I'm going to introduce to you guys some exercises to help you get ready for some of the most intense competitions in the world. Today we're going to have some fun with balance beams and trail running, so let's go outside and find a terrain similar to the one that you're going to be running in during your events. What obstacle course would be complete without balance beams? Now they're tough, but they can be mastered. Whenever you walk across a balance beam, you want to flex your core and bring your arms out by your sides for extra stability. You also want to keep a slight bend in your knees to help have a lower center of gravity as you walk across the beam. Another tip to help you conquer the balance beam is to walk with your feet angled out slightly to cover more surface area of the beam with each step. Now let's talk about trail runs. Every obstacle course is going to involve trail running. Whether it's uphill, downhill, over rocks, or through mud, you're going to be encountering this type of terrain. The best way to train for it is to try to find an area that's like the course you're going to be running and practice there. Start off running at a slow pace and look for things like hills, rocks, logs, or mud to run on. This will not only help you get a sense of what it will feel like running on these types of surfaces, but the different angles required to run on each surface will help strengthen your ankles as well. Alright guys, so you want to remember these tips before you start going over balance beams and trail running. First of all, you need to have a quality shoe. You want something that's thin and light and has lots of grips underneath. When you start to tackle balance beams, you always want to try to keep a low center of gravity. As soon as you stand up straight or completely stop, you run a higher risk of falling off. When trail running, the same thing. Keep your knees bent and absorb the impact as you're running, especially over rocks. If you land on rocks hard, if they're slippery, you can fall off really easy. If your knees are bent, you can absorb the landing, and if you start to slip, it's going to be a lot easier to catch yourself. So thank you for watching Intense Training from Thepostgame.com. We'll see you next time. This episode of Intense Training was brought to you by Gillette Clear Gel, built for training.